What's happening?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to join me. This is the Making Plays Convo. And really, we're just going to be talking about all the great plays that you were making before the pandemic started, what you're doing
Mhm.
now, and what you're going to do once everything gets back to normal, and hopefully that's soon. But I always like to ask, how are you and your family doing?
My family is doing really well. They're back in North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm doing well. I'm out in Arizona right now.
Oh, you in a safe spot. I heard the cases
Yeah,
out in Arizona is very low.
yeah, we're chilling. It's heat. It's very hot out here, so I'm quarantining and chilling in the sun and enjoying myself.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, I know you had a lot going on before the pandemic hit. Obviously, loving Hip Hop Atlanta, that Die Young freestyle. We're going to talk about that too, because I got some
Yeah.
questions. And what
Okay.
else are you working on now?
I've been in the studio making a lot of music. I think for me, with the quarantine, it just kind of put a lot of stuff on pause because and it turned out to be a good thing. I think that sometimes when people think about the quarantine, they're like, "Oh my God, this is such a bummer." When we should actually look at the silver lining in it because we get to spend more time with our family. Some people like, I hate going to work, but it put a lot of stuff on pause, but it put a lot of stuff for me in perspective. And so I had to walk away from some music that I really was working on, but I didn't handle the business the way I should have. And instead
Mm,
of me getting into a work relationship that was not going to be is going to work well for me and mesh well, then I just said, it is what it is. We can create more music, and this time I can do it right.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, you've been doing music for a minute. And
Hmm.
what originally got you doing hip hop?
I actually love music in general. I love listening to hip hop music. I've always been a fan, and I've always listened to like Nicki. I've listened to Foxy. I listened to Trina. Um, just those were the people that I grew up listening to. So for me, it was just a no brainer when I started actually being in the studio listening to guys rap. And I'm like, shit, this is easy. I could do this. But I was too scared and I was too shy to ask, let me get on, let me hop on. And so
Right.
I started practicing. I would record on my phone. And then, my homeboy Brian, he actually gave me the opportunity to get in the studio one day. And I was just like, for real? And
Yeah.
I was so nervous, and I was just like, "Oh, I love this. I got to do it." And I've been doing it ever since.
Got addicted to it, huh?
Right.
So, are some of those artists? I remember you saying at one point that when you would tell different artists, whether it was in the studio or on the set of a video shoot, they kind of was like, kind of blew you off. After that freestyle that you dropped, the Die Young freestyle, are they hitting
Mhm.
you up now like, yo, what's good?
I feel like, yeah, but I don't know if it's for the right reasons. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of guys that hit me up, but I don't know if it's for work related opportunities or just to try to holler at me. And
Mm,
the thing to get me in their presence is like, oh, let's work. Then when I
right.
get there, it's more like, oh, you so pretty. Like, I ain't even. I'm thank you. I understand. I'm pretty. Can we get to the business?
So how do you deal with that? Because I talk to women in the industry who face that on a daily basis, and
Hmm.
they're always trying to find that balance between, getting in the room but being taken seriously. So how do you
Right.
handle that?
I think most importantly, you just have to let your work speak for itself and just keep staying consistent. And for me, like, excuse the airplane in the background, but
Oh no, it's all good. We know where you're at. You're in sunny Arizona.
so yeah, like you just have to stay focused, stay persistent, and then at the end of the day, you got to be able to walk away from situations because a lot of these girls feel like, because this is a male dominated industry, that if they tell somebody no, that it will hurt them. And I'd rather keep my cootie cat. I'd rather be stingy with the cootie cat than have all of the dudes in the industry like talking about you and saying like, oh yeah, you can hit her up and get her in the studio. She gonna do whatever for a beat or do whatever for a feature. Like when I
Smart.
I rather make it like you know I'm coming to work, and then that way they can say, oh yeah, she about her business, so come at her correct.
Definitely, definitely. So are we going to get a big push for your music? Because I know you said that some of the business wasn't handled, but I do believe that there's something there. I do believe that you have talent. And I'm sure your fans have been asking you for more music. So are we going to get like that single? Are we going to get an EP? We're going to get a mixtape? What are we working on?
That's what we're in the process of trying to figure out now. Like, because I have so much music, it's hard to determine if I want to put out an EP. I think for right now, we might just go with like a single, just because I want people to get familiar with my voice. You've already heard the Die Young, so you kind of get the feel of my style, but I'm still so diverse. Like, that's another thing that I've been trying to figure out, is whether I want to come out with the pop music that I have, or just like the rap stuff that I have. But I know that like I'm diverse, so I feel like being a great artist, you could be an artist, but a great artist is able to be diverse and do anything from sing, rap, hip hop, country, all of that. I want to tap into it all.
How long did it take you to find your voice or get your hip hop legs?
I don't know. I think that I'm still kind of like finding it, just because I mean, I know how I want myself to sound when I'm in the studio, but I'm also able to do different styles with my voice. And so that just comes with staying consistent and staying in there. I think the beat tells you everything about how you should flow. Like, once you listen to a beat, that's going to tell you how you should approach it. That's my thought process anyway.
Gotcha. Any dope producers that you're working with, or anybody that you're looking to get in the studio with? That you can tell us. If you can't let it out the bag, it's all good.
No. I'm just saying, like, I've been like, Hitmaker is like my brother, so I'm always like, give me a beat, and so like he's let me listen to a lot, and I just think that I just have to show him that I'm serious, and then go back, and then he'll probably be like, okay, now you ready. He just think I just need to stay consistent. So yeah, Hitmaker for sure, because he's a hitmaker.
Absolutely.
And Cassius Clay, I want to work with them all, to be honest with you.
No doubt. Well, we look forward to it. So with filming Love and Hip Hop, obviously we're dealing with this pandemic. Were you guys done filming the season, or did it get interrupted?
No, we got interrupted, just like I'm sure a lot of people did. It was just a lot of interruption. We were supposed to be filming for a while now. So it's kind of a bummer, especially with me, for it being my first season, for it to come in and this pandemic kick in like this. I feel like, you know, we were all crunched for time. You know, we made the best of.
Sorry, you paused on me for a second. You said you made the best that you could?
Yeah. You did too. So I was like,
oh, okay, yeah. We both paused. I think I caught that last part. How do you like it so far? I mean, obviously you're no stranger to TV, but this is your first season on Love and Hip Hop. How's the transition been?
It's an easy transition. I'm made for this. So it's just like, for me, all you got to do is give me the ball, coach, and put me in. And I'm going to do what I need to do. Yeah.
No doubt. You've definitely had one of the more...
There's not an I in team, but there's an I in win. And I'm a winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
I love that.
It was a Mike or Pippin? One of them.
Huh?
I said, who said that? Mike or Pippin, or one of them? They said
it was Mike. You been watching that Last Dance special?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Nah, it's been dope. It's been dope. You definitely had one of the better storylines throughout the season. One of the more interesting ones. Obviously, you know, this past episode was kind of lit. We ain't gonna get into that, but I do want to get, like, you know, your perspective on how to make an open relationship work, because there are people out there that definitely are interested in it, but they don't know how to go about it.
For me, I think people get caught up on the word open. When I said open, that wasn't necessarily meaning like oh, like, yeah, we just do whatever. Like, there are boundaries that you have. And I think that an open relationship, the word that I was really looking for is a non-exclusive relationship. And people are in open and non-exclusive relationships, and they don't know it. But I think with me, I'm more so like that homie lover friend. Like, I'm so cool that I want you to be cool with me, and then we build on something, and then that way we know each other, we know how we move, we know what we like, because sometimes guys have a type and you don't even know it until you like rock with them enough to see, oh, this is the type of girl he would go for. So I know like how he moves, I know that he's at the studio at this time, I know what he will do and what he won't do, and vice versa. Like,
Right.
as females, I feel like we're held to a different standard as far as, you know, we're looked at as hoes or thoughts. If we, you know, I think it's selfish for a man to think that he can have a threesome or whatever, or he can date all of these women, and women don't look at other men and say, damn, he's fine, or I would date him, or oh, he's kind of cute, I have a crush on him. Like, that's selfish. You're not the only one in a relationship, so if you can look, I can too.
Okay.
That's just my mentality.
Speak on it. Hey,
But
I ain't disagreeing with you. I'm listening.
I think most importantly, in an open relationship, non-exclusive, meaning, you know, there is no real title on it. You guys know that you're together, but if you want to meet other people or dating, because you're dating to see if you like that person. But you just got to be open and honest, and really you just got to be confident with yourself and what you're capable of, because if ever something stops positively serving me, I'm gonna move on. Like, if it's not positively serving me anymore and I can't grow from it, or you can't help me, or I can't help you, then we don't need to be with each other, and I'm gonna date someone else and see if I like that person.
Yeah. I think you dropped some gems in there. I hope people were paying attention. So not
Right.
only do you have your TV popping off, you got music popping off. I'm hearing you're going to be a writer. You're writing a book.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
Yes. It's going really well. I'm in the process of finding publishers right now, because I want to put it out. It's gonna talk about a little bit of what we're talking about now. People like to say, you know, you're so beautiful, you can be in a monogamous relationship, and it's not that I don't want a monogamous relationship, and it's not that I haven't had them or don't, or am not in one right now. It's just that in order for you to date somebody, is, my grandmother told me, you know, the younger generation, y'all are moving too fast and you don't know somebody, so that's why these relationships are not going anywhere. You're in a relationship for 3 months and you find out that this person is somebody totally different from what they led you to believe. It's because you didn't ask for what you didn't ask the questions you wanted to know. You didn't ask for what you want, and you didn't know how to communicate. So that's part of what I'm talking about in my book, asking about what you want. Because, you know, if you don't ask a guy, if you don't ask him, like, are you seeing other people, how are you gonna know? But we're scared.
Really?
We're scared to ask those questions. How many girls have you had sex with? How many men have you had sex with? You know, are you gay? Are you not gay? Are you bi? Those are questions that we're
Right.
scared, but some people will answer them if you ask.
Why do you think we're scared to ask those questions?
I can speak from my experience, but I feel like we're scared to. I was scared to, as a woman, ask a man certain questions, because I felt like I was gonna turn him off. Like, oh, he's gonna be like, she doing too much, or she nosy. And part of being in a relationship with somebody is asking the hard questions, like, do you believe in whooping your kids? Do you believe in a monogamous relationship? How did your last relationship end? You know, what was the thing that you argued about most in your past relationship? Because those things are going to kind of tell you about a person and their dating style.
Wisdom right there. When can we expect the book?
I'm trying to put it out by the end of the year. Like, I really want to go into the new year with promoting this book. So everything's already done on it. It's already written up. It's just the publishers and finding the right person with the right vision to help me edit it and really get it to where I want it to be.
No doubt. Well, we definitely
And
got
I
to
also
support.
want to,
Speak on
I
it.
also want to tell, oh yeah, because you know I
Speak on
always
it.
feel these words, and I when I feel a word, I just kind of I was dropping gems yesterday, and I want people to understand that like when you see somebody on Instagram and on television and stuff like that, you're not getting 100% of that person.
Right.
As celebrities, as famous people, as Z-list celebrities, or whatever you want to call it, you know, the personal stuff that we live or go through, we don't want everybody in our personal business. So you're not getting the 100% me. And anybody who's actually you know been around me and experienced my energy can tell you that I'm a good wholehearted person. Like, I grew up with my grandmother giving me gems, and so that's what I like to do. All about girl power, all about uplifting females. But I definitely don't want you to come for me, because then I'll definitely come back for you, sister girl, because I'm an Aries. But yeah, I
y'all,
just
y'all be on it.
yeah, everybody say, "Oh, she looks so sweet and innocent." I'm like, yeah. Well, the horns hold up the halo, so if you knock the halo off, then you're gonna get the horns.
Oh wow. How do you find balance though between everything? Because obviously you're doing TV, music, you're in the process of finishing your book, then you're starting a boutique, a
Mm-hmm.
skincare line. So you got a lot going
Mm-hmm.
on, which is great.
Right.
How do you find balance between everything?
Balance is I'm trying to. My PR kills. She tried to help me, and I'm just like, I
Shout
want to
to Kel.
focus on one. I definitely want to focus on one thing at a time and execute that. The music, I already have that executed. So then I've been starting on my book since 2 years ago, but I was always stopping and starting, stopping and starting. So it took a little longer, but now I'm here and it's done, and now I'm just in the process of publishing. So it's all about like finding one thing and then executing it. Even if you're executing it like, okay, this month I'm going to do something for my boutique. This
Right.
month I'm going to do something for my music. This month I'm going to do something for my skincare line. Skincare is a little bit more tedious, and you got a lot of like FDA and that type of stuff. So that's going to take a lot more time. So the things that I feel like is going to be the hardest, or like going to take more time, I kind of push that to the back a little bit. So the things that are going to be easy to execute, that's the stuff I'm working on right now.
Makes sense. That's a good strategy. In your opinion, what does the next stage of your evolution look like?
What do you mean when you say evolution in the next stage? Like, break it down for me.
So what I mean by that is I don't like to ask the question, where do you see yourself next? Or where do you see yourself in
Mm-hmm.
5 years? What does the next level look like for you? What is the next stage of your evolution? What is something that you're looking to improve upon or grow?
I think this next stage in my life is all about, leveling up and letting the world see how bright and how real and authentic and how beautiful and intelligent I am on the outside, and as well as the inside. Because for a long time, I was scared to be my authentic self, because I was afraid of being too much, or afraid of being too intelligent or too smart, because of the peers that I surrounded myself with. And now that
Mm,
I'm okay with being, the brightest flower in the room, it makes me, it makes me not want to shrink myself. Because a lot of the times
right.
I was shrinking myself to make other people feel comfortable about themselves.
That's a great level right there. I'm going to wrap it up on my quarantine questions. You ready?
Okay.
What's the best thing you've watched so far during this time?
The best thing that I've watched so far, I've watched Good Girls. That's like a good show for me.
Okay.
Um, I think it's Code 8 or Code 9.
Somebody
It's
else was
something.
talking about that yesterday.
That's a really good movie. I think it's really good. I've watched Freaks. That's another really good
Freaks.
movie.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched
it's
that.
like about people who have superpowers, and like the law and the government. Code 9 and Freaks are about the same thing, but like on different levels. So
Okay.
paranormal people who can do magical stuff, and the government is trying to either kill them or keep them in jail and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's really it. I'm really on the PlayStation COD. Like,
Oh, really?
And yeah, I play COD. I'm
Nice with it.
either outside, huh?
Are you nice with it though? People play it, but
Yeah,
are you nice with it though?
I'm nice. I'm
Okay,
nice.
all
Why
right,
does everybody ask me that? Don't make this a sexist thing now.
I'm
Just because
not.
I'm a
I
girl,
don't know. I ask everybody that question. If I was interviewing a guy, I'd be like, "Are you nice with it?"
okay. We
Yeah.
have our rights. You know, I'm part feminist now.
Listen, I'm
I'm
all
sure I
for
can give
women's
you a run
rights.
for your money.
I love my sisters. I'm all for women's empowerment. I'm always gonna ask, "Are you nice?"
I'm nice. My gamer tag, somebody just asked, it's Kyomi Leslie. Most of the stuff that is mine is Kyomi Leslie or the Kyomi.
Okay. What other games you be on?
GTA. I like
Okay.
GTA, but I don't play live on GTA because those people are too experienced for me. They got they little gangs and stuff. As soon as I got in, they tried to get me out. I was like, you know what? I'm not going live. But I'm a beast in Injustice 2. Like that's my if anybody want to get their butt whooped in Injustice 2, I'm with it. I want all the smoke.
I gotta get my weight up in that game.
Okay.
I gotta get my weight up in that game. I actually like watching it for the storyline because it's a very good storyline outside of the gameplay and all that stuff. When you do the character,
I don't watch the storylines and stuff.
Yeah.
But
See, I watch the storyline because when I go online, I get my ass kicked. So I'm gonna stay away from you.
right.
Are there any new foods you've tried to cook? We all know that you're a chef in the kitchen. We saw you cook that spaghetti a couple of weeks ago.
You know what? Y'all are not gonna let me live that spaghetti down.
Nah, you cook it the right way though.
Anything.
We like sugar in our spaghetti.
Like I feel like you can't knock it until you try it. Like until you've tried it at least once, then don't knock it because ketchup in the spaghetti, you're already putting the Prego sauce in there, which is already tomato based. Ketchup is tomato based, so it makes sense. It makes it sweeter because I don't like cafeteria style spaghetti, like the bland spaghetti. So yeah, my favorite thing to cook is like chimichangas.
Really?
I like chimichangas. That's what I'm cooking. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you're gonna do when all this is over?
The first thing I'm going to do is go on a nice vacation besides Arizona because, you know, I live in Atlanta. So I'm vacationing now, but this is just because I can't go on an out of the country vacation.
Got you. Well, I appreciate your time. And when you get back to Atlanta, make sure you come through to the Pandora office once you're ready to launch your music and stuff so we can set up your artist station. We can get your analytics popping. We can get you access to the artist tools and all that stuff.
Okay, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, we can't wait for the music. We can't wait for the book. So keep up all the good work. And I really feel like the rest of this year is going to be big for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.